Welcome back to Wealth Mavericks, the podcast where we help doctors unlock the secrets to building generational wealth. And today, we're talking about doing hard things.
Stretch your thinking, no matter where you're at right now. Stretch your thinking. Where do you see those failures in your industry, and what can you do? Our mission is serving others to fulfill who they were created to be.
Welcome back to the podcast. We're so glad you're here. I'm Erin, and I'm joined again by Joe today. Hi, Joe.
Hey.
Today, we are going to talk about doing really hard things, including attempting to reshape the financial industry, how we do things here at Terra Firma, and why this matters to you. So, Joe, you said something to our team yesterday that I just found so powerful, and I thought we should have a conversation about it on the podcast. So, can you tell me what you told our team yesterday about what we're doing here?
Yeah, and the preface to this is, there's always struggles as you're building a business, communication and systems and all that kind of stuff. And we do so much for our members. If you're a member, you know this. If you're not a member yet, you'll learn this if you become a member. And some of the struggle that exists internally in an organization of when you're trying to shape an industry. I mean, truly like redefine what it means to be in financial services. And I just pointed out to the team, I said, part of the reason we're having this struggle is that and Kenny can either bleep it out or just, I won't say it, but it's really effing hard. Like this is really, really hard to do. And if you look at any of the siloed industries that exist in the financial services world, from financial planning to money management to insurance to, like, you name it, estate planning, all these different facets that are involved in true financial help in a person's life, they're all siloed for a reason. Because what we are doing is really, really hard. Like the level of sophistication and communication, specifically this came up because one of our members had like 7 questions, and Bob really didn't want siloed answers. He's like, that won't feel good to our member to get a message from this person and a message from that, from 8 different people on our team. And so that's why the coaches exist, in order to filter this information, and not like the game of or telephone. Was that the game you play as a kid? Like, not to create that, but to filter this information in a way that is pleasant to receive on our members' end. And that was what really triggered this, is like, this just doesn't exist. When's the last time, you had a question about your taxes and you're talking to your insurance provider who's talking to your money manager, where each of them, they're just operating. So like, it is so rare that communication happens. And it's really because it's really hard, and our industry is not set up for that. So that was kind of the comment that I made, is that what we're doing, and I don't think, what's that meme? It says, we didn't do this because it was easy, but because we thought it would be easy. We didn't go into this because we thought it would be easy. What we said is, we didn't say it'd be easy. We said it'd be worth it. And I think that's what our members are experiencing, is the dedication and hard work that we're doing, and what we have to go through on our side to make this a reality for our members is worth the work that goes into it. And I think this really applies to every one of our doctors. The field of medicine, like the field of finance, is not necessarily set up for the end user's experience. How many decisions in the medical world are being predicated on what's Medicare pay for this? And so you're making decisions as a business based on money, not on like what works well for the patient. And so I would just encourage anyone who's listening to this, join us in doing that which feels impossible. Like, cast a vision for yourself. Like, if I could reshape this, and if I set up medicine to be what I wanted it to be because I think this is what's best, I think there's room for you. I think there's room for you in this world right now to cast this vision and say, I'm reshaping this. I don't care what this industry has said up to this point. I'm here now, and I'm going to make an impact. And that's, I think, how Bob and I feel, after so many years of trying to do this. Is just like, I feel like Terra Firma is honestly like a middle finger to the financial services industry. It's like, screw what you're trying to do. You're trying to extract as much money as you can from the American population and not serve them.
And just like there are those select pioneers in the medical industry that we know
Yeah.
of who are trying to do things differently, I believe we are pioneers in the financial industry. And I have gotten to speak to hundreds and hundreds now of prospective members who some of them will come and say, well, I'm talking to a few other firms. And it's like, totally go do your due diligence. But how many come back and be like, I haven't really been able to find anyone that's comparable to you. And we've said eventually people will catch on, maybe, and we're not hiding anything because it's like, okay, good luck. Good luck
Yeah.
doing this. Because looking back, Bob Wolf has put in so many years of going against the grain, diving deep into every area from the tax code to insurance to crypto and studying how the wealthy do these things. And
Mhm.
it's like, we talked about this on our last podcast. He's tired of hearing no or being told no. It's like, I see other people doing this. So why can't we do this? And so he has put in so much time and effort to be able to bring these solutions to his members. And now that we have grown so much and continue to grow, well, now it's a whole new set of challenges. How do we, he talks about how we connect all these dots. Well, he's built this big ecosystem of partners and professionals to be able to serve our members under one roof. And then we, as the coaches, are the main point of communication. But there's a whole lot going on the back end. And now we need to create the team, create the systems, processes, software. Like it's a lot. But another thing that we've said is that we get it right a lot of the time and we're very proud of that. But when we get it wrong, for the most part, our member, like we own up to it. We're like, we made this pivot to fix that. They give us so much grace because they can see that we are here trying to do something that no one's done before and
Right.
really mostly successfully doing it. But it's like, we're here to help you. We're not here to like take from you the way so many people are. Like, yes, we're going to be compensated, but you're getting so much value. And like, we're just really trying to do that. So, like
Trying
you
to
said,
changing an industry is not
it
an
ain't
easy thing
easy.
to do. And again, I think on the receiving end, like, and not that we're looking for catastrophic failures and things, but I remember watching Elon Musk when one of the rockets, now that if you know the story of SpaceX, like 3 rockets failed, his fourth one, he basically put all of his wealth on the line, and it was significant at that point. He most people would have quit and just like lived on their island, flying their helicopters and their yachts. Like he was at that level. He took it all, he put it on rocket number 4, which succeeded. And then, SpaceX has become what it's become. But when you watch him, when a rocket fails or, explodes or whatever, he's not disappointed. It's like, we are going to get so much data from this and we're going to know how to do the next one better. So he's made it beyond that, like where his whole net worth is predicated on the failure or success of this one. So he can look at things differently. And I think that's how we look at things with our members. It's like when something goes wrong, we go, okay, we, like you said, own up to it, make it right, and more importantly, learn from it and make the system better. So I think you as a doctor who's listening to this can understand this as well as everything. This is how all of medicine is built, learning from failures and creating the new protocol or the new system or the new approved method of doing things. And so I just encourage anyone who's listening to this, stretch your thinking, no matter where you're at right now, stretch your thinking. Where do you see those failures in your industry and what can you do? Our mission at Terra Firma, I don't know if many people know our mission. Our mission is serving others to fulfill who they were created to be. Like we believe there's purpose for everyone. I don't care if you're agnostic, atheist, Christian, whatever you might be, like there's a reason why you're here. Are you experiencing that? And
Hmm.
if you're not, it's time to stretch. Time to start thinking differently. You do that which feels impossible or feels really hard in your industry and take it to the next level. Because the impact is significant. That's on the positive side. When we hear these stories from our members, they're overwhelmed with joy from our relationship. And I know we talked
Uh-huh.
about this on the last podcast about the shared values of these, or what do we call it? The shared
Qualities.
qualities that people
Qualities.
have. So I think that's one of those things, like create this vision, create a vision for yourself. And when we hear those positive stories coming back, they're overjoyed with that. same in your world. As you reshape things, as you step into this next iteration of what you're doing, I promise you it won't be easy. It will be really, really hard, and it will be worth it.
Thanks, Joe. I just really wanted to share that on the podcast because I want to get across for people who don't work with us yet to just understand how much we care, how hard we're working. And I will say that when we make the mistakes, it's not a rocket crashing to the earth. Like
Right.
Bob has proven all of these big things. There aren't failures with that. That's awesome. It's more like the processes and communications. And, we're figuring that out and doing the very best we can. But we are paving a new path. And we're so excited about the people who want to come alongside us and do it differently to get different results. Because like you said, when you're able to live out your purpose, you're able to do that much better when you're not constantly stressed about money or working a third of the year or even half the year for the government and then finding it so hard to get ahead. Like, let's eliminate that and find a better way. We just love to be able to do that. So thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for listening. Hit subscribe. Keep coming back. We appreciate it. And until next time, go be a wealth maverick.